This was prepared very quickly for you so I could demonstrate some of the highlights from my career at Arrelle, where I was the creative director. I was in charge of purchasing, product selection, public relations, our marketing efforts. I did all our media buys, I did all our graphic design, and I also did a lot of event planning. And we had a great run while it lasted, so I hope you enjoy this. That's me and my husband, and our store was considered among the top in the industry, which is home textiles. A niche market within a niche market. I did our postcards, I developed the copy and selected the images, sometimes using images provided to me by my vendors, or we created our own photography, which was shot either at the store or off-site at a studio. I was the photo stylist for these shots. Here's one that says Treasures in Tuscany. On the reverse side it says Dream Weavers. That's a theme that I liked because we carried the most beautiful linens that are available, and everything should be soft and sensuous in this environment. Here's a card that we did for our wonderful towel. I used the artwork provided by the vendor, but I put the card together. Here are some other cards. We did table linens, comforters, pillows. Some of these are going way back to the beginning of the business. We did a lot of events and tried to coordinate the postcards with the events, so it's important to be timely. This was a card that shows our storefront on Wells Street, and it was sent out in an effort to promote our website. We use this blue color a lot, and it's part of the A of our logo, and so that's a color that identifies printed products as coming from Arrelle. So when things come in the mail, our customers can recognize them. I did some experimentation with different types of inks, same image. This was an event, The Ancient Art of Comfort, for Cocoon, which was a very upscale silk line from China. I recycle a lot of my ideas so that things are connected. I believe in creating a continuum that people can identify the business with. The little boat on the left-hand side, that was my ad that we always sent out in August for summer sale. This was another one to the right, A Dream of a Sale. I created the graphics for those. I created the graphics for pretty much everything. This was a brochure that I developed for the concierge market. This was a photo that I actually took at the Borghese Gallery in Italy, and I love how it captured the essence of what we were trying to get at, the excitement for linens. Might sound silly, but that was our business. This is pretty much going through my postcards. This was a store shot, for example, which was staged by myself. I worked with a photographer. This also was done at our store. The idea of linens being not a commodity but fine art was something that we wanted to emphasize, that these were not just ordinary items, they were special, and that we wanted to brand our business as the textile equivalent of Tiffany's, so that basically these items are not just linens, they're jewels, they're art. This is our first newsletter, and I would have liked to have continued this, but unfortunately it was an idea that didn't really create results. Actually, I did well with newsletters using contact and doing email marketing. This is a scrapbook showing some of the highlights from our business. Up in the corner you see 4 people standing together. That was a trunk show I did with Raymond Waits, who's a very famous person in the design field. He is the person who invented the term American country. He was the creative director at Marimekko, and we did a trunk show featuring his pillow collection. In the bottom here there's a picture of me in Italy looking at a loom and looking at some very extraordinary textiles as we would go to Italy for our purchasing. I started out at the store not really being a press person, but I do whatever is needed. So I made it my business to learn how to send a press release, and I actually got this beautiful article in the front page of the home section of the Tribune. Looking here, you can see the remainder of the article from the Tribune. Just below it is the Wall Street Journal. I was quoted in the Wall Street Journal above the fold about linens. This is the article, which you can't really see that well. We worked with editorial at a lot of the newspapers, shelter magazines, trade journals. We tried to be very educational. Here's a piece. Sugar Rothberg was featured in it, and she gave her take on linen quality. We discuss key terms like thread count, qualities of cotton, and the weaves, etc. All things that are important to distinguish to the general public what it is that made our product very special. One of my strategies was working closely with the trade industry. They can be a great help for placing articles in magazines that are read by the mass market, and it would be seen by important people in the media. With every event, I always tried to send out a press release about 6 to 8 weeks prior so that we could get mentioned. Here are some press highlights and awards that we won. So once again, I hope that we get to meet in person, and I bid you goodbye. Have a great day.